Hello everyone. You might be thinking, why are you in a dark room by yourself? Well, great question. Gotta set up this lighting properly. Hold up. This looks comfortable. This is the lighting for a new video series potentially called Late Night Thoughts or Late Night Video with Gardrell. New video idea potentially called Late Night Talks with Gardrell. Late Night with Gardrell. Not like a TV show like Conan, which I love Conan. Then maybe that's something to talk about. But I actually think about this stuff sometimes, and I like talking to my friends, family members about it. Not like many of them do, because they're not as passionate as these trivial things as I am. But I feel really, I guess you could say passionate about these things. But today, we're talking about top 3 underrated Marvel movies. And top 3 only, because I want to keep this short and sweet so people in the comment section can discuss these things. I want this to be an open book. No judgment, okay? This is serious. First movie. I'm gonna try to go in chronological order from release date. So I don't know if anybody has seen this movie recently, but Iron Man 3. It's extremely underrated. I haven't seen it recently, but it shows how Tony Stark's arrogance literally destroys him and, leaves him without the suit, which actually translates to a quote from another Marvel movie. It's literally him without the suit, just him and his brains and a little kid, legit. And he has to take down this potential terrorist group with just his wit, and shows him being resourceful, coming back from almost nothing type thing. Honestly, really great film. Shows Tony Stark's genius without him blabbering nonsense and saying I'm super smart and I'm the smart guy. So it's really cool. It does feel very unique, and I think shows a lot of character growth with him, big time for sure. Like in Iron Man 1, Iron Man 1 there was that cave scene, a lot of character growth. Then there's Iron Man 3, the character growth again. Finally gets that heart surgery. Fantastic. Honestly, great film. I'd give it like an 8.5 out of 10. If you guys want more in-depth reviews about films like these, let me know. Next movie. The next movie I want to talk about, maybe it's not underrated, but I think people overlook it, because when it comes to the Spider-Man debate, who's the GOAT Spider-Man? Usually everybody's like, oh, okay, Tobey's the GOAT. Peter Parker, Andrew is the best Spider-Man, and Tom is a good mix of both. And yeah, I would actually agree with that. For the longest time, I rode the Tobey boat, but as you grow up, you got to be realistic with yourself. You gotta view art from the outside, right? I think Spider-Man Homecoming is a great Spider-Man film. If not, it's one of the best. And I don't say this lightly, because I grew up with the Tobey films, and Andrew's films were great too, but oh my gosh, it's such a good film. It's like straight out of a comic book. It shows him being a kid. It's one of the youngest Spider-Man we've had on film. Like actually him being a believable high schooler that doesn't look like he's 30. Him being a kid, being irresponsible. The world around him feels real. Like all these relationships, these persons, these characters. He's not ready yet to be Spider-Man, right? He's just a spider guy, spider kid. He's not ready. When he's actually faced with real conflict, he's scared, and you can see his growth throughout the film. It's not like an easy, and even at the end, he's just like, okay, this problem's done. I learned a few things, but there's still a lot more to grow, which is great. It sets up a lot of, good films. I think involves other Marvel characters naturally without it being forced. Honestly, Tom's a great Spider-Man in general. He balanced it out pretty well. Michael Keaton's Vulture is fantastic. I think a lot of the chops for the comedy were great. And yeah, great film. Honestly, I give that one a 9 out of 10. That one's just fantastic. Spider-Man Homecoming, 9 out of 10. Absolutely. Great film. Last film. This one might catch people off guard, but I don't know what people really feel about this film. I actually have a poster about it. You can't see it. It's this dark one behind my conga. But it is Black. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever specifically. The first Black Panther was solid, but this one, I mean, it's incredible. They were really creative with the writing and just, wow. Like they had to adjust to the tragic, death of Chadwick Boseman, which I knew him from being James Brown, Jackie Robinson, Thurgood Marshall. That guy's a legend. Like before he was even Black Panther, like he was just killing it, doing like being all these black icons. Especially with James Brown, because I'm a musician. I have a bunch of instruments around my room. I have my group. And it's incredible. His performance in general. But anyways, I'm ranting. That movie's so good. They had to adjust to the main character dying. And they could have replaced him, but they didn't. So what they had instead, they adapted the story to T'Challa's death. And I think the emotional bits of the film hit hard. The mourning, the emptiness that character left, that pain feels real, because it is, and they translate it on screen so well, and it's incredible. It genuinely is really, really good, and one of my favorite MCU characters now. Maybe I'm biased because I'm Hispanic, but Namor, right? Namor is so badass. I love the theme that they did when they introduced him. You don't see him. You see him as a figure flying in the air, but that song they do, with the orchestral Mayan thing, I mean, it's insane. It's wonderful. You eat with your ears before your eyes, right? And it's just incredible. Like you feel this sense of aura, before he even gets there, and you're terrified. You see his soldiers, his goons and everything, and you really do feel like this guy's a threat. So whenever they do beat him, it doesn't feel like out of nowhere. Like I low-key wanted him to win, but whenever they do beat him, it feels like, oh my gosh, like they just putting everybody together, Ironheart, Shuri, everybody, they came together and finally took him down. So that was like really well done, and setting up future movies with baby T'Challa, that was crazy. I wonder how they're gonna do that. Honestly, that's crazy, because honestly, sometimes Marvel can bite off more than they can chew at times. So yeah, like they'll introduce random characters. Harry Styles, Thanos' brother. When are we gonna see that guy again? Never. But getting back to Wakanda Forever, oh my gosh. And then they've always done this so well. But the Dora Milaje, the female army chicks, the bald ladies, wow, they got aura. They're bad. Excuse my language. They're badass. They're really cool. They're some of the best characters to see in person. So like, wow. And then the queen, I forgot her name. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna put her name up here. But the queen of Wakanda, I mean, she's so good in the film. Everybody's so good. Shuri's character growth, seeing Michael B. Jordan characters, Killmonger instead of T'Challa, which I know they had to work around regardless, because I knew it wasn't going to be Chadwick, but it just makes sense that it's Killmonger and not T'Challa. Like, wow, there's such great storytelling, and I feel like people don't give these movies as much of a chance besides like them being a spectacle, because they're superheroes. But there's a lot of good stories to be told within these fictional characters, right? But really, that's about it.
Almost forgot to rate it. 9.5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. Maybe a 10. I don't know. I'm editing right now.
My top three: Iron Man 3, Spider-Man Homecoming, and Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Those three movies are incredibly underrated in my opinion. If you guys have a different opinion, let me know in the comments. I think I could hear a lot of cool stuff. Maybe somebody really likes Thor: Love and Thunder or Captain Marvel, which was actually a solid flick. I feel like people were hating on that one a little too much, but hey, let me know. Yeah, that's about it, guys. If you want to hear more in-depth Marvel stuff, let me know. That's like stuff that I think about all the time. And yeah, until next time. See you later.
This is the end of the video. I can't hear the music at all, and I'm tone deaf. But just make sure to like and subscribe. Please subscribe and like. Please, please.